What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another Sunday, another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Episode 60. Had to do a redo on this one. Technical difficulties, man. You know how it is. I don't know why, but my wife said the same thing you said when I told you. She was, because it was like it like double recorded. So when people sing "Row, row, row your boat,"
right?
And then they'll start, and then the next person will start, and then the next person will start, and then eventually it sounds all jumbled. That's what it was like. It was like I would say something, and then it would repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. It's like there was a bunch of us in the room, and it just, I don't know. The recording was just all fucked up. Maybe still could have been because of a
for
ghost.
it to happen. Like,
no, I mean that's the thing, man. When we have a setup problem, it's like we set it up the exact same way every fucking time.
So what the fuck, man?
Yeah. And sometimes it's just like, nah. Like sometimes we plug in 3 microphones and it's like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I feel like the lights just dimmed a little bit.
I was about to say the energy in this place, like
as we were talking about it,
it's been weird lately.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe still could have been ghosty related.
And
no ghostly voices, but could have been ghostly related. Oh, I'm recording in fisheye over there for the first time.
Okay.
Which I think is gonna look cool. You can see more of us. You can see more of the pictures behind us and stuff. I can see it in the mirror. It looks pretty cool.
GoPro style.
Yeah, so I think it'll look all right.
I can dig it.
Yeah. You were just talking about almost getting in a fight with Tech 9. Do you want to retell that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a podcast story.
Yeah. We ride at night most of the time. Probably
Bicycles,
90% of the time we ride our bicycles at night. Less traffic.
So this was like kind of recent.
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But we riding downtown. I don't know what was going on that night. He didn't have a show or anything.
Oh, I was about to say maybe it was a Tech 9 concert.
Yeah, I don't remember because I'll let you know it here in a second. So they got bike trails in the streets here, and they're kind of stupid. You know what I mean? The way they did it across the crosswalk. So we come around the corner. You know, we cooking. You know what I mean? We ride. You know what I'm saying? So we see this group of people, and I'm like, damn. So we push on our brakes, and nobody gets hit. Nobody gets touched. So this chick screams, and she's like, do you know who the fuck that is? Somehow I'm the wrong motherfucker to be talking like that, bitch. I'm like, who the fuck? I'll Tasmanian devil every last motherfucker one of you out here, motherfucker. So I look, and I'm looking for somebody like who? You know what I mean? Because everybody's like 4'5", 4'6", you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, who? Who am I about
Is he that short?
Yeah, dude, short as shit, man.
All right, here is.
So I'm ready to charge, you know what I mean? I'm a bull in a china shop, and I see this little dude, you know, he flamed up, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, he looked like he might be affiliated. So by that time, Jenna had grabbed me.
He's 5'7".
Okay, well, to me, that's short. That's real short.
That's shorter than me.
So we get back on our bikes, you know what I mean? And Jenna was like, I think I recognized old girl, the chick that yelled at me, do you know who the fuck that is? And I'm like, man, fuck that bitch? Who was that bitch? She's like, that was the girl that braids hair. And this girl she used to braid hair in Lincoln, I won't say her name, but like she would, like, if you try to get an appointment with her, you had to wait like 6 months to a year. Apparently she did all the rappers and shit. She was that good, which is where I think she's at now. So I'm like, okay. So come to find out, she's dating Tech 9. Yeah, that was the little dude I almost smashed that night walking across the street.
Well, and I don't know, man. Wouldn't you want to keep a low profile anyways? You want people in the streets like, you know who that is? That's fucking Tech 9. I don't think I'd like being famous.
Damn.
I don't know. I wouldn't want people to know where I was at ever.
Well, Lincoln would be the place to be.
I don't like people knowing where I'm at now.
Lincoln would be the place to be.
Like if someone like kind of follows me home, I'll go around the block.
Oh, I can dig it.
Before I pull in, like I'm crazy about stuff like that, man. Like if I was famous, I probably would never leave my house ever again.
To me, it didn't matter. I always felt like I had the ability to if I didn't want you to fucking find me I'm cool wherever I was at.
Yeah.
So I hear people all the time, they say, Lincoln's small. I'm like, shit. You better get your ass off the porch, motherfucker. I ain't been in so many holes and ditches around this motherfucker and never got found ever once. So it I don't know.
There you go.
I've seen some. I don't know if I don't know if you even know who Gregory Hines is. You know who Gregory Hines is? He was a famous tap dancer back in the 70s and 80s.
No.
Okay, well,
I was gonna say like Heinz Field is named after him.
No. This was a black guy, but used to act. You probably don't know who Billy Crystal is either.
Yeah, I know who Billy.
Okay,
I know who Billy Crystal
they used to always be together. But anyway, I used to work at the Corn Husker back in the day.
So did my dad.
Yeah, that's right. I was doing like busting tables and shit. You know what I mean? I was doing low level shit. You know what I mean? When I was there.
Well, busting tables at the restaurant.
Yeah,
that's where he worked at.
No shit.
Yeah, he was a cook at the restaurant.
Maybe that's okay. Yeah, we talked about that
Damn,
earlier.
dude.
Maybe that's why I know him then. Okay,
like you and my dad could have met at like seven different places.
Sometimes.
I feel like you guys had to have met each other.
Yeah, I worked at the Corn Husker.
You guys were in the same place at the same time so often.
That's
you
crazy.
guys were b-boys at the same time.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had fun at that motherfucker.
You guys are at the roller rinks.
But
you guys are working at the Terrace Grill. Maybe what years were you at the Terrace Grill?
Fuck, I don't even remember. I think I was 20. So that would have been 96, 97.
I feel like that's got to be when my dad was working there.
Yeah, about 96,
I would have been
97.
6 7. Yeah.
I turned 21 in 97.
I don't know, man. Maybe that's you guys.
Because they wanted me to do
you guys might be old pals. He's been in here.
They wanted me to do the bartender training shit after I turned 21, so it had to be around like 97. But anyway, I must have came in for break, and I must have been loud than a motherfucker or something, you know what I mean? And fucking Gregory Hines was in the hotel. And then I thought about it. It's like, this dude didn't have a show or anything, you know what I mean? There was nothing going on for this dude to even be here, right? So we make eye contact, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to go up to homeboy, man. I seen all your movies and shit. I seen you on Saturday Night Live and shit and all that shit. So he got up, and he was like, really? Well, how'd you like my sham? You know what I mean? And did a little. I was like, oh shit, bro. So he's smelling me and shit, and I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. So I'm in the alley. I'm in the fucking alley downtown Lincoln, smoking a joint with the Gregory fucking Hines, bro.
Gregory Hines.
The Gregory.
Let me
Hines,
Google Gregory
man.
Hines.
Bad motherfucker he was with them tattoos, man.
Gregory.
They said, what was his guy? Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford used to always fly his plane in the Lincoln.
He looks familiar.
You probably seen him in something.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks familiar.
What was it? Spies Like Us. I think it was Spies Like Us. Him and Billy Crystal. Fucking classic.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
Been in a lot of shit.
Yeah, I have no idea.
The Cotton Club, man. He classic dude back in the 80s.
So you smoked weed with Gregory
Hines. Fucking Hines, dog, in Lincoln, Nebraska at the Cornhusker Hotel.
The Cornhusker Hotel.
Fuck yeah, man. Classic moment in my life. If I get Alzheimer's or some shit, man, I'm gonna remember that shit.
The other day, my cousin sent us a Snapchat in our family group chat thing. It was like she was pointing at the sky, and she zooms in on this thing, and it just looks like this. It looks like this white thing just super high in the air, just this little white circle. And then my brother sends a video too from my parents' house, and he's like, "Oh, we can see it from over here too." And it's just like, and it looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's super high in the air, but it looks like it's in the atmosphere still, you know? Like, it doesn't look like it's way up in space. And it's broad daylight.
Could you tell if it was moving or not?
Yeah, it didn't look like it was moving at all. Just like super high, white dot. And then later, my cousin, she sends back in the group chat because they were all like, "Oh, what is this? What is it?" I'm like, "Oh, it looks weird." And she was like, "Oh, I guess they said that was Saturn." And for a second, I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I was like, "I've never seen a planet." It was like noon. So like, I've never seen a planet in the daytime. 1, and 2, like it looked like something was just suspended in the air. And I didn't see. I don't know. It just didn't look like fucking Saturn.
But your brother was on what side of town? Y'all was what? On different sides of town?
Yeah. Kind of. But yeah, I've never seen a planet in broad daylight.
Not in broad daylight.
And my dad said that he has one of those apps that you like point at the sky and it's like, "Oh, this is right here, you know, and the stars are right here." And he said he pulled that app out and he pointed it at it and it didn't say Saturn on that motherfucker.
Didn't say shit.
Yeah, it didn't say anything. It's weird, right?
What is this shit?
I feel like that's weird.
Wormwood, Narubu. Is it Narubu? Is Narubu real? Are you hip to Narubu? Nirubu, Narubu.
No. What's that about?
In other words, a parallel Earth. Is it really out there?
Oh, like another planet that people could live on, kind of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you see the pictures of Neptune that they took?
The ones that the
new telescope
space
took?
that just sent back.
Yeah, did you see that?
I saw them. I did.
This shit looks different. Neptune. I'm like, what does Neptune look like? It's just like a blue circle. But this was like, it's like holographic and iridescent, and it has rings and shit. I'm like, damn. Neptune's prettier than I thought it was.
I did see that shit.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of its moons and stuff.
I'm still skeptical.
Yeah, are you skeptical about that telescope? Or because it's taking some pretty cool pictures.
Not so much the telescope.
And like, if all the other planets are,
but if you can give me something, what are these planets are 50 million light years away, and some of the shit that they found are so many years away. What about all the shit in between that? Let me see all that shit.
Well, there's nothing.
I'd like to see.
It's just nothing. It's just black.
There got to be something else out there.
That's the whole point of space, man. It's so big that there's just nothing.
I need a panoramic view.
Like most of space is empty, just completely empty.
Yeah, I'm still skeptical about the space thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's just how far apart everything is.
Yeah,
you know, like they could show it to you, but it would just look like that's what they are showing you. You know.
I need to see
like a picture from a telescope that is showing you everything between. There's just nothing in between, you know.
Yeah.
Because if there was something in between, it'd be in the way, and you wouldn't be able to see the thing.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say. I'm more interested in the shit y'all saw in the sky than the shit they're showing me. They can show me anything.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that together.
I didn't see it, but.
Or
your
family
both sent
saw
videos of it,
and it was shared together.
Yeah, it just looked kind of weird. It didn't look like it was up in. That's why I'm saying it didn't.
It
didn't look like it was up in the sky. It looked like it was like
in the
atmosphere.
So in other words, on Earth, it was on
basically.
Earth.
Yeah, I think it looked like
they ain't have any recent
like
launches or anything.
Balloon. I don't think so.
I don't even think we would even see that from here.
No way.
Nah, we wouldn't see that from here. Shit, bruh. I don't know. We'll see.
Weird. It's weird, but
call the weatherman, dog. Call the weatherman and fuck with him.
Have you been seeing more stuff about UFOs and stuff? My wife says she thinks it's ramping up. She thinks she's seeing more stuff than usual.
Hell yeah,
I feel like that.
And that's
some
crazy.
Of it's like
that
some of it's fake, man. Like I got these Dragon Ball tattoos, and she showed me this one video, and I was like, that's a spaceship from Dragon Ball Z. Like, I've seen that. That's Frieza's spaceship.
I say probably 95% of the shit we seeing is fake. Mm-hmm. And it's making it so hard
to find real shit.
To find the real shit. But
that's the point, though.
It's definitely out there. Like, I was watching a video the other day, and for some reason it was always in, like, the southern hemisphere, like down in South America, Antarctica and shit, like down there, right? Well, they're seeing two suns. And these people, just like your family, there was a group of people on the beach and there was a group of people in the village, and they all saw the same thing, same time. I guess they were group chatting too.
Weird.
Yeah, really weird. I'm like, but every video that I came on, it was always like South America, Antarctica area. I'm like, well, goddamn. But that type of shit is what gets flushed off the internet for that fake ass.
Well, there's like a documented history, according to some stuff that I've read and like who knows if they're even telling the truth. But there's like the CIA in the past has like found a guy that they know that everybody thinks is crazy. And then they'll feed him information, and then he's like, "Oh, the CIA told me this and this and this," and everyone's like, "Shut up, crazy Bill."
There was a movie with Mel Gibson played where he was that guy.
Yeah, but in the past they've put out fake information.
Oh yeah,
to disguise what the real information is.
What was it? Back in the day when people just were able to listen to the radio because TV wasn't invented yet. And I read the book, and this is how I found out. Like War of the Worlds. Like imagine sitting at home in 1930.
Yeah, people thought that shit was
You know
real.
what I'm saying? So yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, they thought that shit was real. People went outside. People, you know what I mean, committed suicide, and people fucking thought the world was ending. Didn't know it was a fucking radio show. You know what I mean? But that's I think. And then they said the correlation to the flying saucer in the 40s. That's when that craze started happening. But even that, what they say, there were 13 escaped Nazis. Say they escaped, but the United States allowed them to come over here, and they had the engineering, they had the know-with-all, they had the tools to build these obscure-looking flying things, and they were able to fly them around and make people fucking crazy and think they were flying saucers. You know what I mean? In a nutshell, that's what I read, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So as far as that, you're never going to be able to look at it and be like, yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah.
If you do see it. I'll just put it like that. We'll never know what the fuck was in the sky, what y'all saw in the sky. We'll never know.
Yeah. Well,
and we ain't never going to get the truth.
Apparently it was Saturn, but I don't know. I'm not buying it.
In the daytime.
Well, and I've used those like star app things too, and they're pretty like you point it at the sky and it shows you exactly what you're looking at in the sky.
Did y'all ever use a sundial in the military? Were y'all ever taught that about it? Was it ever mentioned?
No.
Yeah, sundial.
Not a sundial.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sundial is
No, I mean I know what it is. We just
it's a 24-hour clock.
Yeah.
So instead of 1 to 12, it's 1 to 24.
Yeah,
And
I'm familiar with the concept.
The way they, I think they gotta be pointed a certain north, south, east, west. I don't know. And the way the sun and the moon would line up with this sundial thousands of years ago is how they would be able to tell where the moon and the sun was, and that's how they came up with time.
Yeah.
That's the basic concept of a sundial. And they got all that shit from the sky. So the significance of the sky, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then they got carvings in fucking caves of shit in the sky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. The Ancient Alien show, I don't know. I don't know about that, but if the stuff that they have is true, it's pretty compelling stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Would they let that shit be shown on a TV show?
Well, and I think they would, because everybody thinks it's fake, you know?
Okay, yeah, okay. I can see that side of it too.
Like if the TV show came out and the government was like, "Hey, stop talking about that." Then everyone would be like, "Oh, that's real as hell."
Okay, I say that to say this. I was watching the big dude Expedition Unknown. You watch him?
Mm-mm.
Well, he goes in caves and all kinds of crazy ass shit, right? Cool. Well, he went into this tomb that was thousands and thousands of years old, right? Thousands and thousands of years old, right? And there's this water and standing water. First of all, I'm like, wouldn't you die breathing that shit in? You know what I mean? So then he finds this this crystal, this rock or something, you know, that's sitting on this ledge in this cave that's supposed to be thousands and thousands of years old. And what the fuck do you think he does? Fucking puts his dick beaters all over it and shit. So I'm like, come on, man. The village people would kill you if they saw you touching that shit, man. So how real was it? Like, how real is this shit?
I don't know. But I don't know. When they want you to stop talking about something, then that's pretty suspicious. So,
yeah, or they kill your ass.
If the Ancient Alien stuff is true, I think the best thing for them to do would be to just let people talk about it, and then let the guy with the crazy hair look crazy.
Let him get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, and then like the normal folks are like, "That's fucking stupid.
That's some bullshit.
That's stupid and fake." But
wouldn't be on TV.
They almost got me, man. I watch that shit sometimes, and I'm like, maybe aliens did build the pyramids,
or giants,
or something. You know what's crazy about the pyramids is, like, when you think about ancient Egypt, you know, the pyramids were already ancient by then. Like Cleopatra, like the distance between Cleopatra being alive and now is the same distance as Cleopatra being alive and when the pyramids were originally built.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Like the Sphinx and all that shit, that was like already ancient. When what we think of as ancient was happening.
Nah,
That blows my fucking
I
mind.
don't think a lot of people wrap their minds around.
Yeah, that's
how
crazy. So
old
it's like
this shit is.
Like some of these mysteries of the pyramids and shit. Like we're never gonna.
It's been lost in
We're
the sauce.
never
Yeah,
gonna know.
right. It's been lost in the sauce.
Lost to time forever.
The
We're never
names
gonna
that they're calling them now probably ain't even.
Yeah, like it's probably a pretty. They probably did something pretty normal. They probably used some kind of pulleys and lifts and shit to build the pyramids or whatever.
It had to be.
And like I don't know, like ramps. I don't. Whatever it was, it was
Had to
pretty
be a hell of a pulley system.
Yeah, whatever it was pretty impressive. But like, it probably wasn't aliens building from the sky.
No, yeah, I ain't with that one.
Yeah.
You can't give me that one. I ain't with that one.
Yeah. Have you seen those? The one that I think is kind of interesting is those paintings in the desert. They're these big, just giant paintings, just lines, these white lines in the desert that are like thousands of years old. But they're so big that you can only tell what they are from the sky. So it's like, how did they even do that? And why? You know, like if they were never even going to see what it looked like, why did they even do that? Because if you can only tell what it is from the sky, there was no way any of them were ever going to see them. So why would you even do that?
The sky gods?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then it's like, do you do it like, were they just doing it because they assumed that a god was up there and the god would think it was cool to see, or was there actually something up there?
Or what I'm seeing with a lot of these droughts, I mean, and it's bad, bro. It's real bad. This drought shit is bad. A lot of old ancient towns and cities and graveyards and a lot of shit is being unearthed because of these huge bodies of water that have been here for however long is allowing us to see this shit now. Did you see I can't remember what lake it is in Utah or maybe New Mexico, but they found like a 500-year-old cemetery that's been under this lake for how long?
That's crazy.
You know, and the way it was like a tiny Stonehenge, dog. Like you could see the benches or the grave mark, whatever it was, but it had been under this body of water for so long.
That's crazy.
1 year, Ogallala was so dry. 1 year we went down there and we were able to do some water main work that went right along the edge of it, bro. And there's a town. They flooded a town for that. Did you know? Yeah, I didn't know it either until we went out there that year.
They want to do that with Ashland.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, they wanted to do that years ago.
I think we talk about that a lot.
Which would be dope.
That casino opened.
Well, you think they ain't gonna put another casino right in between Lincoln and Omaha?
Yeah.
They put it right on that lake.
They said it's like it's just a building with slot machines. Like it's not the actual casino. They were just like, we gotta get people in here fast.
Somehow.
We gotta get people addicted to slot machines right fucking now. So they put up like a shed with a bunch of slot machines. So they're like, okay, come gamble. And they said it's open 24/7, 365. The guy was like, he's like, once we open these doors, we're never gonna close again. He said.
Yeah, goddamn, casino don't close, does it?
24/7, 365.
Damn, I didn't realize that shit. That motherfucker. Yeah. Damn.
And I hope I hope they use that money to do something. Like maybe they use that money for the roads and we don't have to pay wheel tax anymore. Or at first I was like, oh, it'd be cool if it helped with property taxes, but then my wife was like, we don't pay those anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel. I maybe been in a casino. I don't know. I don't even fuck with them, really.
We'll go every once in a while. My wife thinks it's fun to go lose like $50 really, really fast.
And that's it. It's a wrap. I'm about this motherfucker. I ain't fucking around with that shit. And it seems like every time I go, I always see that dude, you know what I mean, hustling and leaving, and he's back. And I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker just lost everything, and he's back already to play it again. I always see that dude.
Yeah, this shit it does make me a little sad. But it's like, if they weren't losing all their money here, they'd be losing all of it in Iowa. There. So it's like, it might as well help with our taxes or something. Yeah, they're addicted to gambling anyway.
I'm 50-50 with it. A lot of shit comes with a casino, but I guess a lot of good comes out of that motherfucker too.
Yeah, lots of jobs.
Not
that we need jobs.
We need jobs. Lincoln is pretty good with that shit.
It's gonna be hard to hire anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes though,
Yeah.
man.
Tom Osborne's pissed, probably.
Yeah, he heated. He heated like a motherfucker right now.
They're about to start selling booze at the basketball games and shit.
Oh, they about to do that shit?
I think so, yeah.
Man, fuck that shit, man. I mean,
and they're talking about
maybe not. Do people
upgrading the
tailgate
stadium
for
so
basketball
they can do
games? No, they don't do that.
They would if they were good.
If they was good. Well, motherfuckers be drunk than a motherfucker in there anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. You might as well let them keep their buzz.
I said on a cold game, I just told my wife about this just the other day. The first time I ever had a runza, she asked me, where's the first time I ever had a runza? I was like, I had at a Husker game.
Yeah.
It was cold as shit. It was so cold. I remember my dad got me the hot ass runza and it was steaming.
Yeah.
It was
Memories.
so cold, bro. I bit it and my fucking teeth just like, ugh. And I was like, that's the first time I had a runza. And I remember
And it was delicious.
my dad pulling out his bottle, his little whiskey, right? And hit that shit. And I'm like, oh shit, you ain't supposed to be, you know what I mean? He's like, you want some? Hell yeah, pow. So I hit it. And I remember that shit just, my body was on fire. I was cold. I wasn't cold no more. And then after we was, the game was over, and I just remember seeing all the bottles and shit. So I'm like, I mean, if you've ever been around there, motherfuckers is drunk.
When we were good in the
might as well
game,
get some money off of it.
Yeah, when we were good and the games were fun, me and Dad would take little shooters in there and put them into our Mountain Dew or whatever.
Might as well get some money off of it.
Yeah. Well,
mean-
and it's especially at Pinnacle Bank Arena, they sell booze at every other thing,
But
and
not
it's,
at Husker
and
games?
it's fine. Yeah, not at Husker games though. But when the Big Ten wrestling tournament was there, they sold booze and
Well, I think
no big deal. Well, I mean beer. I don't know about booze, but beer. I don't think they're gonna be allowing like Bloody Marys and shit, but I think they're gonna sell beer.
shit.
People aren't gonna be walking around with like gin and juice.
So how's the? Because you can get all that shit at a hockey game, ain't that campus?
That's
right across the street from Botavini, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's why it's stupid.
Maybe pulling some gangster shit down there, man.
Yeah.
This Scott Frost shit really let us know how gangster Nebraska really is.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that today too.
They the big baller on the block. They got the bread.
Because Adrian Martinez in Kansas State, beat Oklahoma last night in Norman.
They didn't just beat them.
Yeah, they beat him good, and he had like 6 touchdowns. He had like
5
4 rushing
touchdowns,
or
382 yards.
Yeah, he went off, which first of all, good for him, man.
Like a 65, 75 rushing or something. No, he might have got $1 rushing and 382 through there. He had a fucking game.
It was
dog.
like the game of his life.
Fuck yeah.
Which good for him because he deserves to win a fucking big game.
Happy for the kid, man.
Yeah, he did what he had to do.
Happy for the kid. But
And it makes you wonder, what
was it him?
it had to have been Scott. Like at this point, like Adrian has proven that he wasn't the problem.
Because after you texted me, I went to the game and I was like, fuck, it's almost over.
Yeah.
Well, I got in the shower and by the time I got out, I was like, fuck, it's almost over. So I rewound it, I think probably to the second quarter. Dude even looks different. He plays different.
He was making some big boy plays.
Yeah. So I'm like, Scott Frost, they held him back. And who was the fucking dude with the cigar that nobody ever heard of?
Mario, whatever.
And where is he now?
Who
Verduzco or some shit?
Oh, yeah, Verduzco.
Bro, you wasted a quarterback.
Yeah. He looked great, man.
Yeah, he
looked
did,
really,
man.
really good.
Happy for the kid.
Yeah, so, I mean,
They better be glad we ain't playing K-State this year.
It makes you wonder how deep the problem goes. Apparently pretty deep. And then I wanted to talk about all the ugly shit that's coming out now.
Yeah, man. It ain't rumors no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
So I mean, it makes sense that the team would look the way it does if he was just fucking off, basically. I mean, that's really what the rumors amount to, is that he just didn't give a fuck.
off, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder, like
He just
I
didn't give a
wonder
shit.
about him. Like, I hope he's
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
I hope he's okay. I hope he's getting it together. I
Yeah.
hope he's talking to somebody. It's that fucking serious.
And he looked like this isn't a big deal because he's like in his 40s and whatever. But when I saw pictures of him towards the end before he got fired there, it looked like he's getting kind of a belly on
Oh,
him.
he definitely changed.
Yeah.
When he came here, he looked like he could pad up.
Which makes me wonder about, because there's rumors that he's like an alcoholic or whatever. And I don't know, him putting on a bunch of extra belly fat kind of.
Well, just from my experience on
Not that I'm saying he was.
on a black person, alcoholism is yellowing of the eyes. If you see yellowing of the eyes, that means that their liver's being attacked.
Yeah.
White people, red bulbous nose and their cheeks.
Well, yeah, I don't feel like he ever looked like
He didn't
He had a red
quite get to
face.
the bulbous, like red, like
Yeah.
a deep, but he was getting there. You saw it, and I'm like, because that's one thing I always said was body language. You know what I mean? Being in the penitentiary, like I said, a dude could walk up on you with a smile to stab you. So you don't even look at his face.
Yeah. I guess we don't really have a ton to talk about that. It's like sucks if it's true.
I hope dude's getting it right.
Yeah,
I hope he's okay. I hope he can get everything. Don't even think about football.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, some dudes just thrive as coordinators. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And vice versa. Some dudes ain't prepared, ain't built for that role. Not a shot on your personality. It's just maybe you ain't built for that role, man.
I think he'll be a head coach somewhere.
It'll be a minute.
I think, I mean, not that we're like a good place to be, but like Nebraska's not where you learn how to do it.
It's not. This is still the hardest job in college football.
Yeah, I mean, not even because we deserve someone that does it or whatever, because we suck, but like just because of the expectation, like
the pressure,
like you're not gonna have. They're not going to give you the opportunity to learn here because
a motherfucker will find out where you live. Like that.
Because they expect you to already know. Like by the time you're coaching at Nebraska, they expect you to already know.
This ain't the place to come cut your teeth at, bro. You gotta have been.
Yeah,
and
that's why I kind of worry about Mickey Joseph, but I like him, dude. I would love if he got hired on.
Well, you see the new deal? Did you get that I sent to you? Mm-hmm. Well, I think we got our coach, dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
it seems good.
You're already restructuring deals and shit to where he's gonna be here regardless.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, that's I think that was like a good faith thing because then he'll get his original buyout if he gets fired.
Then there's that too, right?
Yeah. So I think
if he decides he don't like the fit.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. What do you think about Deion Sanders?
My favorite guy in the whole world.
Yeah. What do you think about Coach Prime?
Favorite guy in the whole world.
I think it'd be amazing. Honestly. I mean, Nebraska with head coach Deion Sanders, he would just be slanging every single 5-star.
Well, one, because he played us so many times back in the day, he understands.
I think he's waiting for like Miami or Florida State.
Maybe he wants to go home. That's what I said too. Maybe he wants to. It doesn't even have to be Florida State, but maybe he wants to go home somewhere.
Florida, Miami.
But you talk about. Okay, not being a Nebraska guy, but still yet being a small town guy where he's from, so he gets that.
You have to pay him a lot of money.
You would have to, and they got it. They didn't pay out $50 million.
Well, and they have that new. Next year they start getting it's an extra $100 million a year for their TV.
Well then there's that.
And then it's like, so take $10 million of that.
Yeah. I don't know that Nebraska people would.
You would need. I feel like you would need to have good coordinators with him.
Yeah, he would have to bring.
You
have to bring a dream team.
You know, you got to let him be like the face and just do the recruiting and snag the 5 stars and like
because that's what it
get the help his get his players the spotlight.
We would overnight, I think, become championship
the hottest brand in college football.
Definitely championship.
Wherever I mean, and that's just I feel like that's just the prime time factor. I feel like when he gets a head coaching job at a Power 5 school,
it's gonna be
feel
serious.
Like that whatever school that is. Man, I'm kind of I was really against Urban Meyer, but the more I think about it, I'm coming around because I just think he's kind of a dick. That's really my only knock on the dude.
And that's why I don't know how Nebraska people will take him because he's that arrogant fuck.
I just think he's kind of annoying.
And Nebraska people who was Bill Callahan, he was an arrogant fuck. And see what happened to him.
If he wants to get back into coaching, somebody's gonna hire him. And we would rather probably it be us than Maryland or Rutgers or somebody, and then we start losing to them because Urban Meyer's there. Like what if Iowa scoops up Urban Meyer? I'm not saying they will, but like if he wants to get back into coaching, and we don't offer him some money, I don't know. I feel like you kind of have to.
I think a lot of this shit is for media purposes. You know what I mean? You gotta throw your pole in the water for them to nibble on.
Well, he's like, you think it's fair to say he's like top 10 best college football coaches ever.
After you've been out of the game for 3 to 5 years, no.
You don't think so?
No.
Because he made Utah really, really.
Well,
good.
when they mentioned Jim Tressel, I was like, man, this
Yeah.
dude ain't coached in. Nah, hell no.
Yeah. Well, I think Urban's coached recently.
They kept saying Bill Cowher was coming back. That dude ain't leaving the studio. Bill Parcells. They always. I think they always got to put some shit in the sand and see if you can find it.
Yeah.
When sometimes the situation already is what it is. Mm-hmm. But they got to keep giving those sound bites for it.
Yeah. So for me, I think Mickey Joseph is like my ideal scenario.
He's the ideal.
I think
because
I just think it'd be cool.
He's a Nebraska guy.
I don't even care about that. It would just be it'd be cool.
I don't either. But the people of power, they kind of still hanging on to that. We want that Nebraska guy before another guy. So
it would just be cool, and I would rather. It'd be cooler to see someone prove himself than to hire someone and be like, okay, so we're winning. We expect this guy to win 10 games next year because he's really good and cool, or whatever. It just seems cooler to like watch somebody earn it, like fight for it.
Yeah.
Than to like get somebody that.
But not take 5 years to do it.
Yeah, and it like get somebody that we like have to beg to come do it. Somebody who really wants to do it. I do. Did you watch Kansas play at all? Their offense looks pretty cool.
No,
they have a cool little like.
I saw some highlights though.
They have a cool little like option thing going.
Man, a lot of these little basketball schools, man, like North Carolina and shit. You see that shit, man? I'm like, oh boy, Mac, what's his name? Used to coach Texas.
Mac Brown, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, this dude's still alive, man. Yeah. What the fuck?
Coaching.
Got all these little basketball Duke and shit, man. They got a fucking squad, man. Like, these were all basketball schools, like Syracuse. They were all basketball dominant schools. Now it seems like shit's kind of flipped now and shit. Mm-hmm. I like it though. I like it. Yeah. I like it.
I just want to be good at football, whatever that means. I feel good about the Indiana game. Hopefully the bye week. I've noticed. Next. Yeah, I've noticed that because I'm like. During football season, I'm like always looking at Husker news and shit. Like several times a day, I'm looking at my Husker news feed. Since Mickey Joseph took over, there's a lot less news. Like I don't think he lets the media come around so much.
Well, this is why I like the brother. He's very well versed.
Yeah. Did you see?
He challenges the media.
Yeah. Did you see when they were like, oh, do you think that's because you're inexperienced as a head coach? And he was like, that's what my mom said.
Yeah, he challenges the media.
Like,
right.
Yeah,
he challenges the media. To have that personality, the charisma. Like I said, to be able to go in somebody's living room and trust their parents, and their parents trust you with their baby for the next 4 to 5 years. You gotta be that guy.
I like him a lot. So hopefully he works out. That's
I don't think Scott Frost was that guy.
That's like, no, he's boring, man.
Yeah,
he's milk toast.
You know what I'm saying? Monotone and shit.
Yeah.
Might have been drunk. Shit.
Probably had a big old dip in his mouth. Spitting all over their fucking carpet.
You gotta make a motherfucker feel good with sending their baby away across the country.
Yeah, you gotta get mom.
You gotta get mom.
The kid's not going somewhere their mom doesn't want him to go.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah. So Mickey Joseph, ideal. I think Deion Sanders is probably that's like my long shot dream. I just think I think it'd be cool to see what happens.
Well, somebody said
it would be such like a media splash.
Was it you that told me that there was somebody who's coaching now?
Yeah, there's a rumor.
That's some Deion Sanders shit.
Yeah, there's a rumor. Well, they said it was coaching a Power 5 school. Deion's coaching a
okay,
HBCU.
It's not a Power 5.
Yeah.
But who? God, dog. Urban ain't coaching.
I don't know, dude. It would be such a huge it would be like a nuclear bomb going on. Everybody would be talking about Nebraska nonstop.
How's Wisconsin doing right now? They ain't
okay. I think they're kind of having a down season. That's what I'm saying. And then you don't want Wisconsin to hire Urban Meyer.
Well, Wisconsin
if he's in the market
coming here.
Yeah,
I think their AD used to play linebacker in Nebraska back in the 70s. Yeah, there's that look. That's why they always look like us.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's
I think Deion Sanders would be cool, but it's probably going to be like Matt Campbell, that Iowa State guy. Or I think that's boring too. I think that's the most boring pick.
Yeah, that's so vanilla.
Yeah.
And why would you do that?
I don't know. It's probably gonna be somebody. It's gonna be like the Mike Riley thing, where they're like, "We're hiring Mike Riley," and everyone's like, "Who?" It's probably gonna be like that.
Man, that dude been getting coaching. I don't think he's not had a job since he's been fired here. This dude's name keeps popping up and shit, bro. I think he's a coordinator now in the indoor league.
Yeah. I thought it was like the not the XFL. What's the USFL?
USFL. Yeah, right. I'm like, Mike fucking Riley. So I looked it up. Sure as shit. I'm like, this dude is like 78 years old, but he keeps finding jobs. So there's something about the dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was very nice.
But what's the saying? Nice guys finish last. I mean, nice guy ain't gonna finish first. Not in football. That shit's controlled chaos, man. It has to be. So I told my son today, control. He said a kid, 5'7", 5'8", 170. You know, his parents are rich. You know, my son goes to the rich kid school out there. So his parents were always able to put him in the camps, you know, the mechanics, the fundamentals and shit. He said he put a slap move on his forearm. He said his forearm was cramping up for 3 days.
That's the difference, man.
Holy shit, bro. That's some serious shit right there.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're out of time. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening if you listen this long, as always.
Please like and subscribe. We always forget to say that.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
My mom reminded me.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on social media.
She said everybody else say that on their shit. Y'all don't.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, please.
Like and subscribe. For sure. Please, please, please. We should probably say it at the beginning because by the time we get to the end, there's only like a third of the people left. But if you're one of the ones that stay to the end, thank you. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. Hopefully the audio is fine on this one. The ghosts left us alone. We'll see. I think it was more like my computer was running out of storage or something when we recorded. So so I made
it
sure.
Happens again.
Yeah, this time I made sure there was plenty of storage though. So if it happens again, then shit's fucking weird. But anyways, have a good week, everybody.
Later.